All right, so I'm going to try to review, gosh, the lighting's going to be bad, but every color citizen that I buy, when I get it in, I'll do a little kind of review on what I think of the color. So this is Smuggler, the Cast and Blast Working Class Zero edition. And this thing is money. Open it up here. This is a 6-inch, like I said. I make the 6, 7, and now he's making a 9-inch. But this is a beauty. It's got like it's very translucent and very color changing. So if I look at this thing, with a solid background, this back on here gets really dark. It even has a purple sheen. And some of the light, this back, let's see if I can get it to do it, will look very purpley. But you get it in the light, and it starts to become very transparent. But like I said, you get it like where there's not a lot of light, you almost get like a purple look to the back and a solid white belly. So it's a very, very killer color. Works well in clear water because it kind of has that smoke clear, but it also works well in dirtier water. And these citizens are killer. If you haven't gotten your hands on some of these, you have to. If you're a swimbait fisherman and you've never thrown a citizen around, they are the best soft bait on the market. And now he has the head case harness, so these new ones, they have a harness in there. The old style, you'd have to screw in, the screw lock, like any soft swim bait, and a couple hook sets, and that screw would rip out. Now he's got a harness in there with an eye already fixed. It's bent open. You slide a beast hook in there, pinch it closed, rig that beast hook weedless on there, and you have a bait that you can do anything with. Now this is the 6-inch. The 6-inch will get bit anytime, anywhere. You can drag this slow on the bottom in the wintertime. You can keep it higher in the water column. I love with the 6-inch, fishing it around like in the summertime when you're fishing around grass, around laydowns, lily pads. I like to fish it almost like places I'd fish a frog and pitch it around these areas, skip it up under docks. You can do a lot. And the 6-inch gets bit by everything. It's a pretty light bait. I don't know if it says on here how heavy it is unrigged or rigged, but it's probably maybe like an ounce and a half once you have it rigged up. Depending on how heavy a beast hook you put, maybe you can get it up to 2 ounces. But it's not a very heavy bait. You can throw it on like a flipping stick, 7/6 flipping stick or something like that. Of course, you can get your dedicated swim bait gear, but the 6-inch gets bit. You don't have to be intimidated by it, If I'm just going out there looking to have a good time, looking to get a fun bite, I'll throw the 6-inch anytime, anywhere, any place. Now, he's making a 7-inch and now a 9-inch. Now the 7-inch, I have some of those. I love throwing the 7-inch when I'm looking for a little bit bigger bite, right? The 6-inch I'll throw anytime. It gets bit by 1-pounders. It gets bit by, biggest I've got is about a 6.5-pounder on it. And then you step up to the 7-inch, and all that does is it kind of weeds out those smaller fish. You still will get 1 and 2 pounders that eat the 7-inch, but it just kind of ups your class to now you're targeting more of those like 4, 5, 6 pounders with the 7-inch and up. And then when you step to the 9-inch version, you go even further and, trying to catch those, 8, 9 plus pound fish. And again, you will have smaller fish still try to eat the big ones. And the 6-inch one, pretty much every size fish will try to eat it. But these are some of the best baits on the market. That is the collab color he did with Cast and Blast, and it is one of my favorites. So hope you enjoyed this little review. Like I said, every time I do an order and get some baits in, I will try to do a review on the color. I've got a few 7s, a few 6s. I haven't bought a 9 yet, just because for where I am, it's a pretty big bait. But the 6s, for sure, like I said, will get bit by anything. And then the 7s, if I'm looking for that bigger fish. So, anyway, check them out. Working Class Zero. Great baits. The best soft bait, I think, on the market.